Dear friends, welcome back to KNS Biochemistry channel. Namaskar. Coming to this session, I am going to talk about one of the area of bioinformatics. That is, it is a bioinformatic tool used for molecular interaction, that is protein to protein or protein to ligand interaction, and it is a very important bioinformatic tools used for analyzing the docking of a molecule. So the topic what I am going to talk in this session is molecular docking or docking program. Come and watch the session now. So docking program, that is a very important area of bioinformatics, and in the previous session we have seen about what is docking program and the procedures involved in that, the continuation of that. So this docking program is a very important area of bioinformatics that is going to be highly useful for designing drugs. So what is this docking program or molecular docking? It is a powerful approach for structure-based drug discovery. So what is this molecular docking or docking program? So this docking is actually a prediction method of the optimal physical configuration and energy between two molecules. So it is a prediction technique for analyzing the optical physical contact or energy sharing of the two individual molecules. Two molecules when they are having interaction with each other, and what kind of physical configuration will be there between them, what kind of energy transfer will be there between them. So to predict that one, we are using this molecular docking technique. So this molecular docking problem optimizes all these things. First one, binding between two molecules, that is the binding force between the two molecules such that their orientation maximizes the interaction. The second one, it evaluates the total energy of interaction such that for the best binding configuration, the binding energy is minimum. Then third one is the resultant structural changes brought about by the interaction. So here you see that binding of the two molecules should be oriented in a maximum way of interaction. Then the total energy of interaction should be best for binding configuration, and it must have minimum binding energy. Then because of that binding, there will be a structural change between the two molecules that should be easily studied. So here you can see that one a molecular docking model of two proteins. So this is 3D visualization of interaction between the compounds and the protein. So this is a protein molecule. That protein molecule interacts with small components, and what kind of interaction is there between that compound and that protein molecule. So that is called a molecular docking program. So here the docking compounds into proteins. The compound is going to interact with the protein, and that is studied as a docking program. So docking compounds into proteins computationally done, that is using the computer software. So here you can see that one example of a docking of a compound. This is a compound. This compound is going to bind with this is the binding site on a protein. So how is your compound, this particular green color compound is going to bind with the binding site of on this particular protein? So the docking of these compounds into proteins, this is studied computationally using computer software. So you'll get see that all the properties that can be easily studied computationally. And we are having such kind of AutoDock softwares available for to study the interaction between a compound and a protein, or interaction between protein and another protein. So for that, several AutoDock softwares have been developed. It is available online now, and I'm going to mention some of the online AutoDock softwares. So you see that these softwares are developed by A.J. Olsen's group in 1990s first. So AutoDock uses free energy of the docking molecules using 3D potential grids. Then these AutoDock softwares uses heuristic search to minimize the energy, like with heuristic method used in BLAST and FASTA. And these search algorithms used in these AutoDock softwares are the simulated annealing algorithm, genetic algorithm, and Lamarckian GA, that is GA plus LS hybrid algorithm. All these three algorithms are used in the AutoDock softwares. Here you can see that a molecular docking model. This is a molecular docking model of a compound. This is the compound. That compound binds with the protein. This is the entire protein molecule, and this is the exact binding site of this compound with that protein molecule. Even though you are a very big protein molecule here, only one part of the protein molecule, that is the binding protein molecule, and that binding site is actually binding with the compound, and we are going to get that molecular docking model. So this is a molecular docking model of a compound that binds with the protein. So here you see that the different types of docking or binding is there between a ligand and the receptor. We are going to see them one by one. First type is rigid ligand and rigid receptor docking model. The ligand is the compound, the receptor is the protein. So both are rigid in nature. That is called rigid ligand and rigid receptor docking model. When the ligand and the receptor is the protein here, ligand is the compound. When the ligand and the receptor are both treated as rigid bodies, both are in rigid conditions, the search space is very limited, considering only 3 translational and 3 rotational degrees of freedom. In this case, the ligand flexibility could be addressed by using a pre-computed set of ligand conformations, or by allowing for a degree of atom-atom overlap between the protein and the ligand. So we are having such kind of ligand versions that are there for docking program. So early versions of docking programs are 10, 50, 51, 74, then FLOG another one 46, and some protein docking programs such as FD-Dock, that is FT-Dock, not FD, it is FT-Dock. FT-Dock adopted such a method that kept the ligand and receptor rigid during the process of the docking. So dock is the first automated procedure for docking a molecule into a receptor site and is being continuously developed. It characterizes the ligand and receptor as sets of spheres which could be overlaid by means of a click deduction procedure. Geometrical and chemical matching algorithms are used here, and the ligand receptor complexes can be studied, and for that scoring will be that can be taken as a score. That score can be collected. That is what is the interaction between these two ligand and the receptor, and what is the scoring interaction. That is called a score. Based on that score, we can understand the interaction of these two. Another model of docking is ligand is flexible. That is flexible ligand, but the receptor is rigid. So flexible ligand and rigid receptor docking. So for systems whose behavior follows the induced fit paradigm, it is a vital importance to consider the flexibilities of both the ligand and the receptor, since in that case both the ligand and receptor change their conformations to form a minimum energy perfect fit complex. However, the cost is very high when the receptor is also flexible. Thus, the common approach also a trade-off between accuracy and computational time. It is treating the ligand as flexible. So in this case, ligand is flexible while the receptor is rigid in nature during the docking condition. So almost all the docking programs have this kind of docking model. The next type is flexible ligand and flexible receptor. That is, both ligand and receptors are flexible in nature. So this is called flexible ligand and flexible receptor docking model. So the intrinsic mobility of proteins has been proved to be closely related to ligand binding behavior, and it has been reviewed by Teague. So incorporating the receptor flexibility, it is a significant challenge in the field of docking. Ideally, using MD simulations could model all the degrees of freedom in the ligand receptor complex. But MD has the problem of inadequate sampling that we have already seen in the first model. That is, both are rigid model. Here both are flexible model. Another hurdle is its high computational expense, which prevents this method from being used in the screening of large chemical databases. The next model is flexible ligand and rigid receptor docking. So ligand is flexible here, but rigid is receptor. That receptor is rigid in nature. So here the systems whose behavior follows the induced fit paradigm, it is of vital importance to consider flexibility of both the ligand and receptor, since in that case both the ligand and receptor change their conformations to form a minimum energy perfect fit complex. However, the cost is very high when the receptor is also flexible. Thus, the common approach also a trade-off between accuracy and computational time. It is treating the ligand as flexible while the receptor is kept rigid during docking. Almost all the docking programs will have this kind of interactions. So various methods what we have seen so far are currently available to implement the receptor flexibility. The simplest one is called soft docking method. So this soft docking decreases the van der Waals repulsion energy term in the scoring function to allow for a degree of atom overlap between the receptor and the ligand. So here soft docking is having some advantage, like it will be reducing the van der Waals repulsion energies when the two molecules are interacting. So that is the advantage. That interaction is between atom and atom or receptor and the ligand. For example, the LJ824 potential in gold and the smooth potential in Autodock 3.0 belong to this class. This method may not include adequate flexibility. Nevertheless, it has the advantage of computational efficiency as the receptor coordinates are fixed simply by adjusting van der Waals parameters. And hybrid methods can be used. The hybrid of the different methods are there, but you can sometimes take hybrid of all these methods. So that will be sometimes advantageous in some cases. So hybrid method is another practical strategy to model receptor flexibility. One example is GLIDE, a very popular program in the field of docking. GLIDE designs a series of hierarchical filters to search the possible poses and orientations of the ligand within the binding site of the receptor. The receptor is the protein. So the ligand flexibility is handled by an exhaustive search of the ligand torsion angle space. Initial ligand conformations are selected based on torsion energies and docked into receptor binding sites with soft potentials. Then a rotamer exploration is used to further model receptor flexibility. IFREDA utilizes a hybrid method that combines the soft potential with ligand and the receptor. So this is a docking method used based on this hybrid method. Here you can see that molecular docking protein. Superimposed APO, the yellow color one is APO protein, and the blue color is hollow protein. So the superimposed apo and hollow crystal structures of triose phosphate isomerase. This is an enzyme, triose phosphate isomerase. So this is the protein database code for this protein is 1YPI and 2YPI respectively for this apo and hollow structures. The 11 residue loop composed of binding site is the only region. So here you see that this region, the region marked and inside the circle. So that region is actually the binding site for any compound. So this region has to be studied by molecular docking. Then applications, coming to the applications of this molecular docking. So we are having a lot of examples, application examples of molecular docking for drug discovery. So molecular docking has been the most widely employed technique, though the main application lies in structure-based virtual screening for identification of new active compounds towards a particular target protein, in which it has produced a number of success stories. It is actually not a standalone technique, but is normally embedded in a workflow of different in silico as well as experimental techniques. DNA gyrase. This is actually an enzyme. So DNA gyrase is a bacterial enzyme that introduces negative supercoils into bacterial DNA and unwinds of DNA, thus being studied as antibacterial target. So HTS failed to find novel inhibitors of DNA gyrase. So Boham et al. Used de novo design for this particular DNA gyrase enzyme and successfully obtained several new inhibitors. Firstly, 3D complex structures of DNA gyrase with known inhibitors studied using molecular docking. Then ciprofloxacin and novobiosine, these two are antibiotics, were carefully analyzed to get a common binding pattern in which both inhibitors donate one hydrogen bond to that asparagine 73 residue and accept one hydrogen bond from a conserved water molecule. Another example for molecular docking used here is focused on the validation of docking and scoring applied in cytochromes P450 and other heme containing proteins. Docking against heme containing complexes appears to be difficult because certain ligands coordinate directly to the heme ion atoms, and the precise energetics of this contact for different chelating groups needs to be properly balanced with other energetic terms. And in the case of the P450s, the environment above the heme group is very hydrophobic compared to other enzymes, and some scoring functions and docking methods perform poorly on interactions driven entirely by lipophilic regions. So in this study, 45 complexes from the protein database comprising heme containing proteins and ligands were selected. The native ligands were removed and then docked into the defined active cavities using this software, that GOLD software, which employs genetic algorithms to generate ligand conformations. The scoring functions for this binding of this compound with the protein, for that you are getting scoring functions. So these scoring functions used to rank the docking poses were GOLD score and chem score. These two are the scores for this interaction. The results show that the success rates are 64% and 57% for chem score and GOLD score respectively, which is significantly lower than the value of 79% observed with both scoring functions for the full GOLD. So full GOLD validation set. So additionally, it is apparent from the data that the search algorithm was very unlikely to be responsible for the failure in docking. Further research indicated that reparameterization of metal acceptor interactions and lipophilicity of planar nitrogen atoms in the scoring function resulted in a significant increase in the percentage of successful docking process against the heme binding proteins. That is, for that the HEM score is 73%, gold score is 65%, which might be useful in docking applications on P450 enzymes and other heme binding. Friends, in this session we have seen about docking program, where you see that ligand based and structural based docking programs are available. So we have seen about the docking program tools and how to do that. Hope you have understood the area. I'll be coming back with the next session. Until then, it is bye from KNS Biochemistry. Thank you very much. Namaskar.